What's going on, people? Welcome to Welldefined MMA. These are all my post-fight predictions. These predictions on screen right now. I did these about 3 hours before the UFC225 event started. So I didn't really look and think about the prelims too much. So I did a quick prediction. I thought I'd do it. And the first two fights I got correct. So I thought, okay, I'm doing well. And then, as you can see, the next 4 fights I didn't get right. But this is about the prediction video that I did before. This is the post-fight predictions. And I only did it for the main card, the video. And I'm glad about my predictions. Yoel Romero nearly won. So as during that fight, I thought about my prediction and I thought, wow, like he's dropping Robert Whittaker. He could get a decision, he could get a knockout. But we'll go through fight by fight. And a lot of people were picking CM Punk to beat Mike Jackson. Start off on the first fight on the main card. And yeah, I just thought experience is a factor. CM Punk is 39 years old. He's going into MMA very late. And I just couldn't see CM Punk winning this fight. I thought he may have got a takedown, but with the pace, I just couldn't see him lasting, especially with the striking as well. I knew he was going to get caught with a lot of shots. This is what I thought. And so I picked Mike Jackson to win this fight, and I got this prediction correct. I was that confident in this prediction that I could have put money on Mike Jackson, a lot of money, but I didn't, and here we are now. The next fight, this Tuivasa, I picked him to win. Wasn't sure how. I thought he may get the stoppage, probably a decision. And yeah, the younger, fresher fighter definitely got the decision. Kept his undefeated record intact. It was a decent fight, this was. It was very back and forth with the striking. I think Arlovski did very well. Tried to keep his winning streak going as he lost a lot of fights. Then he came back after losing quite a lot of fights. He beat Stefan Struve. He beat another guy on points, can't remember who it was. So Arlovski had momentum going into this fight, and he did look good, Arlovski. If the decision would have gone to Arlovski, I wouldn't have complained. The decision went to Tuivasa, which was fair enough. And because it was late over here in Britain, I was in and out of sleep while the event was on. And I felt sick at the end when I seen Tuivasa ask Joe Rogan for his shoe to drink beer out of it. When he actually did it, when someone in the crowd gave him a shoe and probably some beer as well, can't remember where the beer came from, I felt sick. And I don't really want to watch Tuivasa fight again if he's going to do that. When he wins a fight. So yeah, fair play to him for the result, but after that I thought it was disgusting what he did, drinking beer out of someone's shoe. He became foot and mouth disease. You never know what you might get. You might even get a wart in your mouth doing that. Bit cheesy. Anyway, on to the next fight. The next fight was Holly Holm v Megan Anderson. I picked Megan Anderson to win this fight. How wrong was I on this one? But Megan Anderson, wow, I was not impressed at all with her performance. She trained like she didn't know Holly Holm had this sort of speed with countering punches. It's like Megan Anderson thought she was just going to go in and, it was going to be an easy night for her. the way she performed, and effectively it was an easy night for Holly Holm. Megan Anderson didn't make her wait till, I think she caught Holly Holm with a knee in the first round early on in the fight, but after that Megan Anderson didn't really do much. She didn't really know what to do in the clinch, in the grappling exchanges. Holly Holm, as the fight went on, out-muscled Megan Anderson, and I thought it was unbelievable. It's like Holly Holm shown she was on another level. She was world class tonight, and Holly Holm got the decision, and she won the fight hands down every round. So I got that prediction wrong. I thought more of Megan Anderson. If Megan Anderson would have fought Cyborg when that fight, was in the works, Cyborg would have had Megan Anderson out of there in possibly 2 rounds. With that performance tonight, that performance on the night against Holly Holm, shambolic really. And on to the co-main event. I got this prediction right. It was Rafael Dos Anjos v Colby Covington. It wasn't a great performance by either fighter. I think if either fighter would have won with this sort of performance against Tyron Woodley, he would have won the fight against either of these two if they fought how they would have been fighting against Tyron Woodley. For me, I think there was no quickness apart from Colby Covington's takedowns. Colby Covington landed 7 takedowns in this fight. Rafael Dos Anjos landed 2 takedowns. Colby Covington, right from the off, didn't even give Rafael Dos Anjos a chance to breathe. He landed a takedown in the first 10 seconds. So it wasn't a great performance by either fighter, but Colby Covington, he did what he had to do to win this fight, and that was grind on Rafael Dos Anjos and just not give him any breathing space. So it was 5 rounds of pressure by Colby Covington, a few striking exchanges. Rafael Dos Anjos landed a good uppercut to the body. Both men got caught in the exchanges when they were punching each other in the face. But yeah, Colby Covington did win this fight on points, and I think it was a fair decision for the judges with the unanimous decision. And on to the main event, which was Robert Whittaker versus Yoel Romero, the rematch. It was for a non-title. There was no title on the line because Yoel Romero didn't make weight. He wasn't given very long to make weight after the first attempt. He had an hour to make weight. Not sure whether he should have had 2 hours, but he didn't make the 185 mark. He came in the final weigh-in at 185.2 pounds. Now I picked Yoel Romero to win this fight. I just thought he was his time. He's been improving since the first loss to Robert Whittaker. And wow, at times in this fight, I was off on the edge of my seat. I thought Yoel Romero was going to knock him out. Robert Whittaker did well to survive the late onslaught in the 4th and the 5th, where Yoel Romero dropped Robert Whittaker on numerous occasions. This was a great fight. Could be one of the best fights of the year so far. Both men. Yoel Romero had a swollen eye, swollen mid-fight. I think it was either a kick or a left hook. I can't remember which one it was. Robert Whittaker, wow, his face was a mess at the end of the fight. He even says that Yoel Romero hits like a truck. And this was just such a great fight, So Robert Whittaker got the split decision. You couldn't have argued that this fight was a draw. You wouldn't have argued either, some people, that Yoel Romero, if he'd have got the decision, that it would have been, because one of the judges did give it to Yoel Romero. So I think the result I think it was fair. Robert Whittaker winning, as you know, 3-2, 3-2 round wise. 3 of the rounds going to Whittaker, 2 to Yoel Romero. So yeah, I really enjoyed that fight. I enjoyed this night of fights. I picked wrong on this one, but as you see, the blue cross is over Robert Whittaker because I was really unsure. I had a feeling Yoel Romero was going to do better than last time, which he did. So yeah, we didn't get this one, but you know, I got three of the predictions out of 5 on this main card correct. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm out.